Support for WYES is made possible by Mary Lou Kristovich in memory of her husband, William Kristovich.
Good evening. I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out, spotlighting the New Orleans area's arts and entertainment scene. Seated at our table tonight, Poppy Tooker, host of Louisiana Eats, heard locally on WWNO. Hi, great to see you, Miss Poppy. And we're so thrilled she's here. Classical violinist, virtuoso, and teacher Nadja Salerno-Sonnenberg, here to discuss her upcoming performance at Loyola. Good to see you.
Thank
Hello,
you.
welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. And, of course, Alan Smason, Steppin Out theater critic and editor of the Crescent City Jewish News. But as usual, first up, Poppy.
Well, I know this could be a shock to some people, but Mardi Gras is here. And as a matter of fact, the Crew de Vue is kicking that whole thing off tomorrow night. And I got a very interesting email from the folks at Tableaus. They're having a live music happy hour event from 8 till 11 tomorrow night, which is very unusual, on their second floor. $5 select cocktails, half-price small plates, and half-price beer and wine on tap.
That's a deal.
And there's that gorgeous balcony. I mean, it's a fabulous place to go in the French Quarter if you're going to see Crew de Vue tomorrow night. It's perfect. And they're even serving a special cocktail you'll love this. It's the Shattered Menagerie.
Oh.
What do you think that might be about? And it's absolute vodka, Domaine de Canton, pepper jelly, and lime juice. So that ought to shatter your menagerie for you. So that's tomorrow night. And then Sunday, you could get in the Valentine's spirit early. There is an amazing event at Restaurant August. The pastry chef, Patty Morton, is going to be giving a special class at the restaurant on February 12th at 1 o'clock. And you're going to sip champagne as you learn how to make her special strawberry streusel tart. And you even get a party favor of a rolling pin to take home.
Well, that's a cute idea.
This is all part of a John Besh Foundation fundraiser. He's doing the most creative things. Valentine's is upon us. And, you know, I just have to say about the Windsor Court. I love the Windsor Court. And the grill room, they're doing something fabulous for Valentine's Day. They have 3 different price points and options. You can do 5 courses for $80, 7 courses for $100, or 9 courses for $120.
Jeez.
So you can, and there's wine pairings available. Chef Gabriel Charpentier has really kicked it up with all sorts of aphrodisiacal food. And frankly, the way I feel about the Windsor Court is just get a room. I always feel that way. High up and on the corner. And let them bring dinner to your room. That's nice, too. Then, just in time, again, for Valentine's, if you don't have reservations, if you're having a problem, here is a little inside scoop from Dory's Metropolitan, which, of course, is right there off Jackson Square. They are now doing a champagne and caviar service. And so for those caviar lovers, there's Israeli caviar, which is very rare and hard to find. And there's also Pacific White Sturgeon Roe, which are medium-sized dark brown pearls that are creamy and mild in flavor. And so you could even have the caviar service right there at the bar. And they have a fabulous new updated champagne list. You can have $20 for a glass of champagne, or there's bottles for as much as $1,000. So anything goes at Doris Metropolitan
Sounds
for
good.
Valentine's.
All pretty romantic, too. Huh?
Lots of romance, darling.
Thank you. And New Orleans Magazine quiz queen Julia Street has a question for us. Last time, Lori Volpe named 3 New Orleans parading crews that have the names of local neighborhoods. That would be Carrollton, Mid-City, and Ferret. Now tonight's question. They could be called the preposition of crews, the preposition crews. Name 3 carnival ball organizations that have the word of in their names. Email your answers to steppinout@wyes.org. Our prizes. Tonight we have a year's subscription to Louisiana Life magazine. And thanks to our friends at Pelican Publishing, we have a copy of the book Mardi Gras Moments with photos by Judy Bottoni and text by me. By the way, Judy and I have a book signing that's at Barnes & Noble tomorrow in Metairie. starting at noon. And we have a pair of free admission passes to either the Audubon Zoo, Aquarium of the Americas, or Butterfly Garden and Insectarium. By the way, our friends at Kitchen Witch Cookbooks are still hosting their Hump Day happy hour every Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. And you can visit WYS.org for our online calendar to see our lineup of events, including more dates on Gina Ware costumes and clothing sales through this month, and Rick Rack Nola's thrift sale that's this weekend, and proceeds go towards teaching disadvantaged children how to sew. And you can also link to our WYS YouTube channel to view our program. Now to Najia. Najia, we're so glad you're here. And the big scoop is you're moving here full time?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Yes. Wow. Now, just to bring everybody up to speed, of course, you are in the middle of your residency at Loyola.
Right.
And the whole traveling around, being a virtuoso, I guess after a while it gets a little old, a little tiring, right? So you get to be here and to perform, but also teach. Now, I understand it's not only just Loyola students, but you also go to high schools too?
Yeah, I do a lot of outreach all over New Orleans, Slidell, you know, I've gone to Baton Rouge, and yeah, I love it. I love it because it's so gratifying and just get to reach out, connect with students, make a difference. I'm thrilled to do it, you know, and I mean, I'm moving here because I belong here. And when you find something that grabs you so strongly, you know, I'm old enough and wise enough to know.
Well, I am so thrilled
Don't waste any time.
Past conversation that you and I share a true love, crawfish.
And she loves Sazeracs too.
Yes,
so she's drinking our Kool-Aid.
We're going to party here. Okay, definitely partying. Before we go any further, and we'll also talk about a concert coming up, though, we have a video. Let's watch as Najia instructs students, and we see her perform a little bit as well. Take a look. And that is merely a taste, but wow, do we have great news. Najia and friends will be performing Mendelssohn's Octet at Nunemaker Hall, the auditorium, and Loyola University's Monroe Hall next Thursday evening. And Najia, do you get to select what you want to play? I would assume so.
And this concert is especially fun because it's a combination of me playing with faculty, but I also wanted to get some students in there. That's why I chose Mendelssohn Octet. So 3 of the 8 of us are students. And Mendelssohn Octet is like the Star Wars of chamber music pieces. It is. But the first half, I'm playing with you. I'm playing some with piano. I'm playing with John Rankin guitar. We're going to do some Django Reinhardt. I'm playing with Tyler.
And Rachel Jordan from the Jordan family.
Absolutely, Rachel's in the octet, and Amy Thibault. You know, the whole string faculty. So we're doing a lot of rehearsing, but it's a lot of fun. That piece is awesome, and I'm so glad to be doing it with them. And, you know, having some students play with it as well.
Wow. Well, it sounds like if you're moving here, the goal is to continue to do what you do here.
Right.
Huh?
That's why.
Wow.
That's right. I mean, you know, it's just wonderful hearing you talk because I'm thinking, I got to write that down. I got to write that down. I have to write that down. Make a note of that.
Embracing the culture.
Yeah.
But and once again, sort of talking to you earlier, my understanding is that the whole, the strength of teaching students about string instruments is something that really needs to be emphasized now more than ever around the country and here.
Around the country and here because, you know, New Orleans is a very, well, it's a jazz-oriented town. When you think New Orleans, you don't think string playing, and it needs help. I mean, the string programs here need help, and I'm happy to do everything I can, and I'm thrilled to do that. You know, what you just saw was a string orchestra, and you didn't see a conductor. And that's amazing. You know, for them to play without a conductor there is because they're being trained, their ears are being trained to listen to each other, to communicate with each other, so that they're so far advanced, their ears and their training, their musical training already, even just 1.5 years that I'm here doing this with them.
So the conductorless ensemble is something that you really, it's been a mantra for you.
Yes, you're forced to be a more responsible, better musician. If you're not going to have the reliance of a conductor there, then what do you rely on? Yourself, the person next to you, the person across from you? It's fantastic training for these kids.
You know, backing up to jazz, and I'm a big fan of early jazz. Actually, many of those early jazz bands had a violinist, and they were normally the leader.
Really?
And so the whole, you know, expertise and the whole aspect of learning started with the strings, and people forget that.
Right, that's true.
People forget
very,
that. So
very
anyway,
good point. Very
so
good point.
Looking forward to your concert.
I also want to say that I'm playing, we're doing the Mendelssohn Octet as well Monday night at the U.S. Mint. 7:30.
No, that's this Monday or the next Monday after?
The 20th.
The 20th.
The 20th.
Okay, great. So two possibilities.
Yeah, we did that because there's no parade that
that
night. We try not to.
Okay. Well, we're thrilled you're here.
Thank you very much.
And a new Orleanian, yay. All right. You know, speaking of new, there's a new crew in town, and on February 18th, they will stage a ball like no other. While there's some pomp and circumstance, the focus is on performance by some of our area's most talented actors and singers, including Charmaine Neville, Carl Mack, Louis Dudizat, just to name a few. Over on the other side of our studio, WYES's Tom Gregory has two special guests who will tell us more.
We have a constellation from the crew of stars here with us, the Lieutenant of Stars, Marshall Harris, and the galaxy of talent and bedazzlement, the one and only Becky Allen. Welcome.
Hey, where you at, baby?
I'm right here on Steppin' Out. I have to ask you, the first question is, you must have been watching Mardi Gras at some point and said, you know what Mardi Gras really needs is...
Well, a show ball, right?
That's right. Less people going in a circle. You know?
We want to do something that kind of caters to the performing arts of New Orleans, and we want to bring in all our friends and have a good old time, and what better way to do it than good old Mardi Gras style, right?
That's right.
It's the best way to do it. And I love what you're doing is it's all inclusive. You say there are no restrictions to be a member, no rush parties.
Right.
I hate rush parties.
No.
Tell me a little bit about bringing everybody together for the crew of stars.
Well,
We have a lot of our friends that are performers, and then we've gotten a lot of performers to come and join the club. Right. So we're going to have a great time there. And no matter what, there are people that are wearing costumes. There are people that are working backstage. I mean, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be a show, which is great because you can come and sit, and they have food before the show, food after the show, with entertainment there.
You want to talk about an inclusive club? They even allowed television personalities to be
that's
involved.
right.
I'm not allowed many places at all.
Well, we have Angela Hill as the queen.
Tell me a little bit about this, the inaugural ball. What can people expect?
Well, it's the first ball, so it's something all new. We have our king, Dennis Asaf, who runs the Jefferson Parish Performing Arts Society. He's the maestro, and I figured, hey, what better king, right?
That's right.
He knows everything showbiz.
And we get to have the ball there. And oh God, is that theater is so beautiful.
It's fantastic.
And you get a nice soft seats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No hard little things.
And then we grabbed celebrity Angela Hill, New Orleans celebrity. Everybody knows and loves her.
Yes.
And she's our queen. And her tagline is, "You're never too old to be a queen." She said she looked in the mirror and she goes, "You know what, Angela? You're never too old to be a queen."
That's right.
So we got her. And,
And we have
fabulous.
Burlesque Girl. Yeah.
There you go.
Who not only takes her clothes off, but she sings.
We have Charmaine Neville.
And Charmaine Neville.
The NOLA Showgirls.
Oh, it's so many different kinds.
It's just a
We can
jam-packed
keep
night.
going.
It's a jam-packed night.
Right.
We're gonna tear the roof off the sucker, baby.
That's right.
Now, you two will also be performing that night?
I'll be doing a number.
Try
I'm
and
with Miss
stop
Becky
me.
Allen. Are you kidding?
Well, we're going to get a taste of the crew of stars right now with a glimmer from the crew of stars. The Ball for All, it's February 18th, Saturday.
And it's at the JPAS.
Be there.
JPAC.
And here's a little taste of it. Becky Allen, Marshall Harris with Come On, Baby, Let the Good Times Roll.
Hey, let the good times roll, Marshall. Mardi Gras.
Hey,
Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let me cheer your soul. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Come on, baby, now this is it. Now this is something that just can't quit. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Feel so good. Sense your home. Come on, baby. Rock me all night long. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let me cheer your soul. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Yeah! Yeah! The green room is smoking and the plaza's burning down. Throw the baby out the window, let the joint burn down. All because it's carnival time. Whoa, it's carnival time. I love carnival time. Oh yes, it's carnival time and everybody's having fun. Woo! Yeah, baby. Claiborne Street is rocking now from one side to the other. The joints are packed and hot, and I'm about to smother, all because it's carnival time. Whoa, it's carnival time. Oh yes, it's carnival time, and everybody's having fun. Carnival time. Oh, it's carnival time. Oh, I love you, Mardi Gras. Oh, yes, it's carnival time, and everybody's having fun.
let's bring it on, Becky.
Woo! One more time, baby. Woo!
Now you put that nickel.
And I'll put a dime, and we can get together and we'll drink up some wine, all because it's carnival time. Whoa, it's carnival time. Oh yeah.
Oh yes, it's
Carnival time, and everybody's drinking wine. Hey, give me some of yours. I'll give you some of mine. Hey, we'll see you at the ball, baby.
See you later. Good night.
Yay! The Crew of Stars inaugural show ball. That's next Saturday, February the 18th at Jefferson Performing Arts Center on Airline Drive in Metairie. Tickets will be available at thecrewofstars.com, but also at the door, and they wanted to emphasize that too. Now it's time for our new Artist Spotlight, and we'd like to show you our set designed by Nan Dupuy of RDS Concepts, and it is embellished beautifully with special carnival touches on our set for the next few weeks because we have flowers by Dana Mueller, and she is a painter, sculptor, and multimedia artist for Mardi Gras float industry and also in the film industry. And her work and the work of other Carnival Collective artists, Thomas Randolph Morrison, Brian Bush, and Caroline Thomas, can be found at the Carnival Collective at Miette on Magazine Street. You can visit iHeartMiette.com for more info. And now to Alan.
Well, at least I have to follow that instead of following the other. Well, I was going to announce that we had an extra add-on show for Jelly's Last Jam, but as quickly as they announced it, it quickly sold out. So I'm afraid to say that'll be your last jam because no chances to see if you don't have tickets. But again, Le Petit doing a fabulous job over there, but they made an announcement today that I just wanted to let everybody know about. And it's a good announcement, but it's also a little bit but sad. Katie Hallman, who has been the managing director at Le Petit for the last couple of years, she is going to be departing Le Petit to take over the duties as the executive director of the theater Cedar Rapids in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, which is her hometown. And of course, that also probably means that Kaven Hallman, who of course was the writer for the Marilyn Monroe, Pictures of Marilyn Monroe show over at the National World War II Museum that they did, and also was starring in the Tennessee Williams show that we had, the Glass Menagerie. He is going to be probably departing as well, but we hopefully
Max
we'll see
Williams
them again.
is still there, the artistic director.
Of course,
Okay.
absolutely. So we say goodbye to her. Now, meanwhile, in Lockport, Louisiana, I found out about a show that is just a superb cast, and I had not really known that much about it. They just sort of let it out of the bag just recently. But this is To Kill a Mockingbird, and it's an amazing cast. First off, playing the role of Atticus Finch will be Greg DeLeo, who is in real life a lawyer, an attorney
He's a
himself. You've got also, of course, the youngsters. Bob Ewell is playing James Ricker, and Carter Kreppel is playing Jem. But aside from the youngsters, we've got a fantastic cast. Lance Nichols, Janet Shea.
Geez, and
We've
Lance,
also
too.
got Carol Sutton, who's playing Calpurnia, who's the housekeeper, of course, and even a role there for Dane Rose as Heck Tate. So we've got a slew of people. They're all immensely talented, and I just really can't wait to see it. This is, of course, at the Lockport Theater, 101 Main Street in Lockport. It takes about
That's
an
a
hour's
nice
drive.
theater.
Nice little
And
drive,
go
though.
and
Not
eat,
bad
you
to
can
get
go
there.
and eat along the way.
Yes,
Some local restaurants.
absolutely so. And so I want to mention that because I'm going to be reviewing it myself, be seeing it this weekend. So hopefully people will be able to get a good listen next week before it closes. But it will be closing in another couple of weeks, so keep that in mind. Meanwhile, over at the Sanger Theater, The Lion King, of course, and everybody remembers this was a 4-week run, 25 days long, from the 3rd to the 25th of January. Well, they have announced that they set a new record for the highest grossing engagement in New Orleans theatrical history. It was a gross of $7.5 million. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. The theater-going public had as many as 80,000 people going, and it broke the previous record sold out in 2012 when they grossed over $6.5 million during its sold-out run. So again, locally here, we have $7.5 million as opposed to $6. That's a big jump up. So
yes.
Fantastic! Congratulations to them, and we hope that they'll continue to do that. Really speaks volumes about our people here supporting theater, and it really means a lot to the producers who are putting acts down here. So that means a lot. So again, we'll look and see what comes with next year as to what's going to be coming on. I want to tell you that coming up though in March at the Sanger will be beautiful, and this is a great cast. Those of you who have not seen it, this is the Carole King musical, but it also has music of Cynthia Weil and Barry Mann, in addition to Carole King and Jerry Goffin, of course, who were the big songwriters back in the 60s and early 70s. But great music, great cast, a really great book, too, if you get a chance to look at it, and very well defined in terms of the characters in it. So I hope you get a chance to see that. And again, we have some other things coming up. The Historic New Orleans Collection always every year has a free concert that's at St. Louis Cathedral, and it's always a sellout. Always people trying to get in and can't. They're doing it again the 15th, which will be at the St. Louis Cathedral. They're going to have something called Uniquely New Orleans, the Classical Tradition and Jazz, and this will have such opportunities to listen to as Gounod's ballet music from Faust. It was just one of those things by Cole Porter, and then a couple of things by Gershwin, Strike Up the Band and Rhapsody in Blue, which will be great, and Jelly Roll Morton. I know that'll endear you, Peggy.
And Fernell Bonnery's son.
Yes, he's going to perform. And then they're also doing the overture to La Gazaladra, the Thieving Magpie, which I love so much. So again, if you get a chance, get in there quickly. It is free and open to the public, and that'll be a lot of fun for them.
Thank you so much, Alan.
Okay.
And we have our picks. Poppy.
Cafe Reconciles Pay What You Can Day is a week from Tuesday. Tuesday, February the 21st, lunch 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Literally, you pay what you want, and they get some big checks that day. It's a great fundraiser for them.
Najee.
Can I say the crawfish at Big Fisherman is good? I don't know.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Seafood City.
That's right, Alan.
So, not to be catty, but my doggone pick is the 25th annual Mystic Crew of Barkus Parade, which is, of course, for the pet lovers and the pets themselves. And they'll have royalty. They have, the king, of course, is royalty, but the queen is always picked from one of the shelters. So it's always a very important thing. And again, that's going to be at Armstrong Park, rolling through the quarter, and that'll be this coming Sunday.
All right, and Alan, we're very proud of you because you also are the spokesperson and you narrate a lot of the balls.
That's correct. I hold the whistle for the captain.
Okay, including Iris.
Iris, matter of fact, Iris was last week, and of course they're celebrating their 100th anniversary.
Congratulations.
A lot of interesting things, and of course Toth is coming up this weekend. We've got all sorts of great balls coming all the way to Babylon, and you know, it's a busy time.
And my picks, a reminder, the WYS presents the Orpheus Den Tour. That's tomorrow, and that is from 2 to 4 at Mardi Gras World. Tickets will be available at the door. That's really beautiful. Wait till you see that. And don't forget, Crew de Vue. That's tomorrow night. Set to roll at 6:30, starting at Decatur and Mandeville and Marigny. The route has been changed slightly this year, so make sure to check it on their website. And the Threadhead Cultural Foundation presents the annual NOLA Designer Costume Bazaar. That's Sunday, that's 11 to 5 at the New Orleans Healing Center on St. Claude Avenue. And here are some hats. These are by one of the featured artisans, Tracy Thompson of Kabuki Hats. I love Tracy's hats. Look at this. She's known for her berets and her tri-corners. Beautiful and light and just really very, very special. And the New Orleans Opera Association's final performance of Sondheim's Sweeney Todd is Sunday at 2:30. It's one of my favorite shows at the Mahalia Jackson Theater with 2 brunch seatings beforehand. And now, though, we leave you with a clip from that performance. In this scene, the demon barber of Fleet Street, Benjamin Barker, has an encounter with the man who has ruined his life. And thanks to videographer Craig Kramer for the footage. And thank you all very much. Great to have you, Nadja.
Thank you so
yes,
much.
indeed.
Thanks.
And thanks for watching. Good night and enjoy.
Sit, sir, sit. Joanna, Joanna. Pretty women,
Hurry,
pretty
man.
women are a wonder.
You're in a merry mood again today,
Pretty
Barbara.
women,
What we do for pretty women.
blowing out
out
their
their
candles or combing out their hair. Even when they
leave you and vanish,
they still are there. They're there.
how seldom it is one meets a fellow spirit.
With fellow tastes in women, at least.
What? What's that?
Oh, the years no doubt have changed me, sir, but I suppose the face of a barber, the face of a prisoner in the dock is not particularly memorable.
Benjamin Barker?
Benjamin